Graham died, it was Wednesday. They called and told me Graham was in the hospital. He was very serious. He had a head injury. I think they told me that.
Yeah.
I asked them if there had been an accident, and they said, no, ma'am, no accident. I said, well, what happened? And they said, well, can you come to the hospital? I said, well, of course. It's the worst day ever.
Yeah.
They just took him every hour, 2 hours, I don't know. And the whole time his brain activity was just dropping. But they have to keep checking until it stops.
I noticed all these funny looking scratches all over him. You know, I just, what the heck is that? What is, look like little chicken feet. I found out later, those were the wires from the tasers.
It's just his ashes that are here. Just a box of ashes.
Yeah. If that had just said, we did this and look into this and fire these guys, you know, or something like that. Something. When somebody does something wrong, root them out, get rid of them, punish them.
They never claimed they feared for their life. You know, so he was no threat to anybody. They should have been there to help him and ended up killing him.
For me, this slab was kind of special. You know, this is where Graham skateboarded on. Lots of whack, 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 whack right out there. So it's kind of neat to know that it's still here.
Went to the funeral home, and you were telling me the story of she has a white casket.
She does. And when we walked in the room, it was the first time we had been able to be with her. And when we walked in the room and we saw that white casket, it just, you felt like the floor was falling out beneath you and your breath was taken away. But earlier in the morning, I decided, because Grace loved art so much, we were packing Sharpies in our pockets. And when we got in, after we did our big family hug with Grace, we sat down and we busted out the Sharpies and we decided that we were, at first I had visioned maybe a little heart, but by the time we were done, there wasn't an inch of white. It was so covered with all the things that she loved. And her brother, we wrote her notes and her nicknames and all the things that she loved.
The
cupcakes,
places we've been together.
Ice cream cones, lighthouses, seagulls, and we were saying she is laughing at us right now because our artwork was terrible.
Yes, they really are laughing at you. This woman isn't laughing, though. Can you tell the difference between her And this woman here, this woman just supposedly lost her child a couple of days earlier. This man isn't laughing. It's been years since he lost his child. Unlike this man, who lost his child a couple of days earlier. Yes, there's the happy couple right there. This is what grieving parents really look like. Not like this. These are crisis actors. They're disgusting. In more recent events, you see the same thing with these crisis actors. Laughing and having a great time, and they just lost a loved one. I can't even imagine going on camera after something like this happened to me. Look at this woman's face. Just take a good look at this. Now, why do you suppose they're so happy after just losing someone? It would take me years to get over something like this before I could even think of facing a camera. But I mean, look at them. Look at this woman here. You think maybe all this money that they get from this money has something to do with it?
I'm falling apart.
Falling apart. Falling apart.